estate plots. Today we're here exploring estate plots available here in Kira on today's episode of Real Estate Videos in Kampala and Uganda. I love estate plots because it means you're going to have an organized neighborhood, an organized area, general access roads, and especially in a quiet and beautifully scenic area, as you can see. So today we're here in Kira. We're just 6 kilometers away from the roundabout on these particular plots. There's 28 plots available, 50 by 100 or 100 by 100. You're also about 21 kilometers away from the CBD area and 60 kilometers away from Entebbe. What I love about Kira is there's 2 major entrances, whether that be like the main road or you can cut through a lot of traffic, take the bypass, and then cut through some of the other main roads as well. They're really developing the area, so it's going to be amazing. And you'll be the first to get in on this beautiful views. It is airy, it's breezy. You can see my hair is just blowing everywhere. It's absolutely a stunning area. So what I love about Kira is that there's so much developing. For people who are interested in schools for their kids, there's Green Hill School, there's Sir Apollo Kagwa School as well. There's also Stonebridge and Olive School. These are big schools in the area and they're beautiful, like schools where there's acreages for your kids to run around, play sports, all the things that we really appreciate abroad. I love that there's just available here and not just in a small compound, because a lot of the schools directly in Kampala have small compounds. You have so much space to do so much with for your children. For those who are also interested in clinics and just availability of pharmacies and whatnot, there is Seek Care Clinic in Kira, just in the roundabout area as well. There's also Bethany Hospital, and there's also Lifelink as well. And there's a Frame supermarket that's just close by. That's a popular one that's in the usual Chiwatule and Tinda area. There's 2. There's a 3rd one here in Kira as well. So this area has been up and coming for a really long time, but I love that you can just get in on the land itself. Speaking of the land, as I mentioned earlier, it's 50 by 100. So 50 by 100 goes for 130 million shillings, which is around 35,000 USD. For 100 by 100, there's also an option for you as well if you want a little bit more space, and that goes for 260 million shillings, which would be $70,000. So let's get a little bit more into this beautiful land that's slightly on a hill. This is private Milo land, so that's the title that you would receive. Of course, because you're buying land, you need to do your typical due diligence and do a land search, obviously coordinate with a surveyor, a land lawyer, all of the above. This land also has available access to electricity and water, and then there's also internet in the area. It is a residential area around this big piece of land, so just something to take into consideration. There are no building restrictions except for the fact that it is residential, so there is no farming allowed. And then the fees that you would incur would be the typical fees associated with buying land, which we'll get into in future videos. So yeah, if you're interested, I feel like I love a custom life. If I can customize things, that's the route I always take. So if you can customize, if you're interested in customize, you can create your own home by buying one of these plots of land. Again, all the information is in my description box below. You can click the link there to get in contact. And if you want to see more land, please leave a comment below. I know land videos are very popular on my channel as well, so I'm excited to bring you guys what's possible, especially closer to the city, but you still get the quiet and tranquility of the suburbs. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll check you in another video. Bye guys.